Well, 3 points would have been nice, but not to be, as Tom Brady can't connect to a wide open Mike Evans in the flat that would have at least given the kicker some kind of a chance at a 60 million yarder. Absolutely horrendous half of football for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but shame on me, particularly for thinking anything else was coming, considering what we've seen from these guys this year. It has been one-way traffic. Dak Prescott looks cool, calm, and collected in all of the high leverage moments. Tom Brady, on the other hand, is throwing garbage. The pick in the end zone.
I have a question in the pick. Like,
wow.
Clearly it was an intended throwaway that he just couldn't get the mustard on, right? Like, he wasn't trying to find someone there with that. Was it just the pressure forced him to not be able to get enough on it?
I think he thought he was throwing it away, and
that's what I think. I think he tried to throw it away for sure. So,
yeah.
I mean, that was a nice drive, which they needed because they've had a couple of pretty wasted drives based on the play calling they've had.
Yeah.
It's been rough. Some of the plays, it's not like they've been completely useless running the ball, but some of the plays that have been slower developing, it's like, hey, these edge guys and these linebackers are kind of quick. Like, you can't do that. Lenny's just going to get fucking truck sticked 5 yards below the line of scrimmage. So
yeah,
it is. Yeah, it's bad coaching at this point. It's bad play calling, bad play sequencing. I'd hoped for a little more, and I'd hope for some bad coaching from Dallas. And credit where it's due, Dak Prescott's playing very well right now. Not only from making the throws he should making some throws that are tough, and his decision making, his his progressions, and when he decides to pull the ball down a couple times, he's been great. I kind of want I did take a live total in this one, which is essentially 39. So essentially I'm already on this second half over. So if you want to join me on that, or if you want to play some chase with some Bucks, or like the Bucks start with the ball, the play calling on the drive that worked wasn't bad. And Michael Parsons came up limping at the end.
Yeah. I don't think Parsons is imminently affected. Like, I think he'll be okay. And honestly, he is a disruptive monster. He certainly is playing very well. There were some questions swirling about Prescott's health, in particular his ankle injury that didn't look great. In the Titans game, and then turned around and stunk it up against Washington. But a couple of times he's rolled out, a couple of times he's scrambled. If he is out of the pocket today, he is absolutely dicing the secondary. The vaunted Buccaneers secondary, which is first game healthy, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I guess they needed a couple of games healthy to kind of figure out roles, responsibilities, assignments, and play a little bit more cohesively, because this is just kind of a hot mess. I like your overlook the most, I think, because I think the Bucks will score. There's the realistic chance that we're going to get some fluky turnovers from the Bucks too. I mean, like, this could turn into a runaway Dallas.
You can't bet much on these, but I did get some Tom Brady over 46 passing attempts in the live. Again, you can barely bet on this stuff, but it's like, oh, he's just going to have to throw 55 times. So he's at 23. I need 23 more to push on that. So
yeah,
I'm cheering for a ton of Tampa Bay having the ball, moving the ball, throwing the ball, and some points. Yeah, like you said, I essentially already bet the second half over. I kind of like it as well. I like it more than the Bucks, because I haven't seen, if the Bucks are able to score, if they get the ship right on offense, I haven't seen them really been able to limit what Dallas is doing. So if the Bucks score in the second half, it's going to push Dallas to score. And
I'm going to play I think Dallas team total over is the right angle. Okay. Let me see what they'll take on that.
I mean, what's it going to be for 13-10? 13?
I mean, I would take 11.5 to the over. That's 2 touchdowns and 0 extra points.
Yeah, we haven't even talked about that before. Like, anyone who's played golf, and even to a lesser extent billiards or darts, like, once you have that weird little yip, it's in your head. And a lot of games are played between the ears. And I know football is a hard-hitting, action-packed game, but kicking kicking is closer to golf than football, really. And
Yeah.
I mean, the over adjustment on that third extra point was something. For fuck's sake. He's got to be like the gif of Tobias sobbing in the shower.
Yeah.
That's Mara at halftime. Like he has to like just let it out. It's gonna be cathartic. Have a good cry, man.
130 minus 135 to get over 9.5 on the Cowboys. It's a lot of juice. I would much rather have a bigger number. No flexibility at BetOnline on that sort of thing.
Yeah,
though.
I got 130 is the best price I can find on that.
I don't know, man. Shame on me for getting rope-a-doped by these Tampa Bay Buccaneers one more time. I think we all win not having to watch any more Bucs games after today. I mean, like, this is not an act. Like, there's no comeback here. This is not a comeback tale. Like, the Tampa Bay is absolutely dead in every which way I can think of to describe them. Their vision for how to attack the Dallas defense just in general has been like, what are we doing here, guys?
Yeah.
Why was this the plan? I don't know.
This isn't the end all be all, but if Parsons misses the second half, the over is an incredible look. I think he's been disruptive.
Are you seeing any kind of news that suggests that?
Randy, I trust Randy with my life, reporters saying Parsons struggled to walk off the field. And look at this. We got a Kearney local in here, Jeff from the Kearney area, just spelled stupidly, by the way. I love Nebraska, though. It's very flat.
All right, let's say 22.5, 105 okay. Then. I think that's the right
Just taking the over. Branson, what are you betting? Okay, don't say anything, Will.
I hope, man. I hope he does. Like, the fact that he didn't already, and honestly, like, maybe Brady is not, cut from the same cloth as Peyton Manning, where he can be the field general and be the guy that does the sequencing while also, covering the, reading the defense, etc. So I don't know. Maybe he needs help. Maybe he needs a play caller. I don't know.
Here's an interesting wrinkle for the over. What do you think about Dallas? What do you think about Dallas from the 2-yard line?
Both teams have to go for 2 every time, basically. Like there's no doubt. This is the 22.5, 21, and it doesn't really matter because you need 4 touchdowns probably, which is I think possible.
Wait, is this the game that Gronk's going to kick or did he already kick that extra point? I forget when that was going to happen.
I don't know. I don't have a read on that. Aussie Open's picking my pocket right now too. I had some unfortunate results here. The NBA today, not super. Although I think I'm 1-1 with minus CLV on my last play. Martin Luther King Day would have been a good day to sit back and respect the history as opposed to bet on sports for me. It turns out. Oh no, I have some solid CLV in that final night game. That's out to 7. Okay, let's go Lakers.
Super Bowl halftime for the Gronk kick. I mean, don't they have Rihanna playing?
Yeah, Rihanna is the halftime artist. I think I'm seeing this Michael Gelkin report struggled to walk off field. They stayed on him with the camera for a while. I didn't see struggling.
Yeah. We've seen this question.
I don't think Parsons misses, but I don't know.
You never know. Yeah. But I agree with you. He's tough. And yes, we've had this question a few times. All the award voting is done at the end of the regular season before any postseason games. So those votes are in. Nothing anyone does will affect that. The only way I could see him is if one of the award winners were to commit a heinous crime, the league might step in and do something about it. Just not
give that award,
Yeah, not give that award that year. So, but this is not your goddamn holiday extravaganza, Drew.
This is
more of a somber holiday, or a holiday of remembrance for the good Dr. King and the civil rights movement. I don't know, Tampa Bay, the way Tampa Bay's offense has been called, I haven't seen the adjustments. The only adjustment we ever saw really from this team is when Tom just took over versus the Saints. Yeah. I don't think Bowles was a big part of that.
No.
Maybe Tom does that. Just like I'm checking out of all the stupid plays And I'm going to play the good plays because I've been in the league longer than you, Todd. All right, Canadian Capper says he's 3 for 3 in player props mentioned on the show. I remember one very clearly. What do you think of Schultz 2 more catches for plus 110?
I think he is going to be your target share leader in the second half for the Cowboys. I think he is the go-to guy when Prescott's in those rollout situations, and Tampa Bay does not have an answer for Dalton Schultz. Weirdly, CeeDee Lamb is sort of just a decoy in this one.
Yeah.
I mean, the receivers are all playing up for Dallas too. Like the Dallas receivers are playing awesome, like catching everything, making plays, like getting open, creating separation. Like this is impressive. This is an impressive complete performance by Dallas, which is especially, I guess, could have seen, somebody saw it coming surely. Like Dallas was pretty heavily bet, I could tell you.
Jordan Bear here is asking, what's the Dallas San Francisco line? San Fran minus 4.5. I'm more of a 3.5 guy.
I would think 3.5 too.
Especially if they finish this off and they win by 2-3 scores, look competent in the second half, I'm leaning more towards 3.5.
2 days extra rest for San Fran, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is a tough look for this. I know they put this schedule together beforehand, but this is tough that they get 2 fewer days rest than their opponents.
Yeah,
and
it
have
turns
to
out
travel.
Having a Monday Night Football playoff game is kind of puts a lot of pressure on the rest of the schedule, and just creates imbalance that you have to.
I agree with old man Brinson here. If Dallas turtles the second half, but if Dallas turtles, if Tampa can't score, and if Tampa can't score, Dallas was never going to take this total over by themselves.
No,
like so it's kind of they're very correlated. Like this should almost be a Tampa Bay team total overplay, but it's a little juicy again. Where if Tampa Bay scores, points will beget points.
Yeah.
If you've ever read your Genesis, it will be Tampa begets Dallas having to try a little bit, especially considering they should be up 21 and they're only up 18.
Yeah, that's fair. That's entirely fair. All right, man.
And yeah, the only consolation to a Dallas blowout and losing every bet we've made on this would be maybe there's a San Francisco -3 at a soft book, and we get a stupid number on the good Lord returned to earth, Brock Purdy. So playoff Lenny wasn't a thing. I'm gonna go hang out with playoff Lenny at home.
How about some offense, brother? I like that. Nice tweet by you.
You can hear it.
Oh yeah. How about some offense, brother?
How about some of that offense, brother?
How about 23 points in this half, brother?
How about we get this over on 3 touchdowns because everyone's going for 2, brother?
I like that. That would be fun. That would be super fun. My survivor
that is
Evans
curious.
Pulled
like,
his head out of his ass. That's good.
I wonder what McCarthy's head is right now. Like, if it's a 4th and 3 from the 12, where that feels like a very McCarthy field goal spot.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Are you trotting? Meyer out there right now?
No.
I'm concerned that this second half.
No, you're putting it in Tony Pollard's hands, because that guy is getting 5 a clip.
How you living?
What's Tony Pollard getting? He's getting 5 yards per carry. Really, no stopping Tony Pollard. He is live right now.
And 5 yards per catch. Can't stop, won't stop.
5 both. Yeah, Brady didn't even. Yeah, the Brady pick was weird.
Parsons on the field.
Strange. Parsons is on the
call.
field. To the surprise.
Can we hear the Staley voice one more time? Charles is saying.
Oh, I don't remember what it was.
I don't either. It was weird. I've never heard you make that voice.
Staley's got a little bit of a weird voice, so I was doing my best.
Not like Mahomes. Nobody can do a good Mahomes impression.
No, he sounds like a Muppet.
Any NBA futures before we wrap it up?
I have my only real skin at this point in the NBA season is Grizzlies West.
Well, I think he's asking if you would add any because he doesn't have the same portfolio as you.
Yeah, well, I would have to price shop a little bit because I haven't looked recently. But Grizzlies, I think Grizzlies are very live to win the West.
Tom's broken, so we're dead.
Oh, it's over.
Well, he's just throwing bad passes. Did they call a flag there at least?
That was a bad one.
No. All right. Well, this game's over. I'm gonna hit the sack. I got an early morning.
Okay, man. All right. Draymond Green, Defensive Player of the Year, 30-1, worth a bet.
He's kind of important to that team.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You can't drop that. Can't drop that.
No, that was a bad drop. Bucks playing down, Cowboys playing up. Congratulations, Dallas. They needed this playoff win. Although, if you're a Dallas fan, this may entrench Mike McCarthy in your life for another year, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. This is not a good game. A little disappointing to end the playoffs with this much of a dud. Even though I guess really should not have been surprised. And shame.
Last question from me. And I know this is difficult because you're viewing it right before your eyes, but let's pretend the Tampa Bay offense doesn't look like hot dog shit right now. And this is a close game. Both teams are looking very median performances that we could expect from them, considering the priors and what we expected in this game. Who is the better matchup if you're Dallas? And I know my power ratings have Dallas a few points better than Tampa. And Tampa I mostly took because it's a home game and it's a weird spot for Dallas. But what do you think is the better matchup wise? If you're Shanny, you're on his staff, you're assistant to the offensive coordinator Drew Dinsick.
Yeah.
Who are you licking your chops to unleash the bird dog on?
I mean, Shanahan owns Bowles, like owns him.
A fan with Drew.
So I think you probably want Tampa just because what Shanny had cooked up for the Todd Bowles defense was just so impossibly unstoppable last time they played. And just in general, you got a lot of tape of the Rams and McVay doing it too. You can copy some of that. So there's a lot of ways to attack the Bowles defense with the weapons you have. I think you probably wanted to see Tampa come to town. I think Dallas is much higher ceiling, certainly with what we've seen this year. You have a much more disruptive singular pass rush player in Micah Parsons. If they're utilizing Micah Parsons against the likes of McGlinchey and stuff, Purdy could have some interesting, pressure. He hasn't really had to deal with pressure at all in any of his starts. So Parsons could make a difference in that game. I think if you were Shanahan and company, you were very much hoping for Brady to pull off the upset here, but not to be.
Start the truck.
Not to be.
Not looking that way.
No.
Kind of needed to drive to start things out, guys.
Yeah, Linda Fervitova, by the way, was excellent today. Did you see her? Sabalenka got her Australian Open championship. Her title run off to a nice start. She was only on court for an hour, which was pretty solid because it's quite hot. Dominic Thiem did not have the goods. Andrei Rublev handled him comfortably in what was expected to be a more fun match in Australia. Need Taylor Fritz to get things done in short order against Basilashvili, the Indian Wells runner-up from a couple years ago. Nice catch by, was that Schultz again?
Oh, Canadian Capper 72. How you living?
Schultz catch. He was a bobble, but he got it. He reeled it in 26 yards. Nice work by him. It was a very, the Prescott put that in only place where he was the only guy that was going to catch that if he got it, and he did.
Got it. Linda, not Brenda.
Now Dak is scrambling. The other stuff I saw in the Aussie
I know
Opens,
it's the rules. I know it's the rules, but I think you should get yards for how far you can slide, just to see if you can slide farther. and players could take advantage of it during like rain and snow games where you can legitimately slide 6-7 yards. That'd be a fun wrinkle. I need more stupid rules in the game. So, all right, Aussie thoughts before we go then.
I think
the golf families are all late.
Yeah, well, yeah, that was very late. I would say I don't think we're getting a surprise on the men's side, but Stefanos Tsitsipas played a lot better than I think people expected against a guy whose serve is absolutely on and it was in timed well, and he handled him masterfully. So Tsitsipas is going to be a tough out on the top half of the draw. I may have underestimated his chances of getting there. Medvedev was an airhead. Medvedev, he is absolutely an airhead. That is the perfect descriptor. Medvedev was amazing too, but that was a mismatch in every way, shape, or form. Oh, there goes CeeDee Lamb now. I think Dallas is going to help us here. Get some points.
Yeah, I guess they did not turtle.
They are getting yards in chunks, and Tampa defense continues not to be able to get off the field on third down. Dallas is now, what is that, 6 out of 9 on third down conversions, something like that. Dallas has turned this into a clinic. This has whiffs of Dallas versus Minnesota vibes. This has whiffs of Dallas versus Indy in the second half vibes. I think Dallas is going to continue.
God, do you remember that fourth quarter?
We
bet Dallas that second half. That was easy.
Yeah, I should have looked at Dallas
for me.
Second half in this game, I think.
I did bet some over 9.5 at 130, just a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Like you talked me into it, and I didn't know you were going to pivot off it. I got all excited.
Well, 135 was a big number.
Yeah, well, it's just easy. We just tapped the brakes on it. Brady, where do you think Brady goes?
If I could read what Brady's decisions, like I have been so wrong so many times in the last 4 years about what his future holds.
Yeah,
I can't even come close to predicting.
Honestly, I know he says he won't, but retirement is. I say retirement's probably underpriced. If it's an option.
Broadcast booth waiting for him. $300 million. You gotta get that FTX money back.
Goddamn right. So,
I mean, there's a lot of teams that need quarterbacks. He could end up a number of places. Tony Pollard take it in? No, almost.
No, the draft. The draft this year is fun. Because the draft is fun every year, but I'm almost more excited about the quarterback shuffling in the offseason. That's going to be hilariously fun.
Yeah. Man,
honestly,
I was
if we got a touchdown before the 10-minute mark, I'm feeling pretty solid.
I am pretty lucky that I did not just get my clock cleaned in the wild card round of betting, by the way. Very lucky. I mean, the second half looks were all solid. And they were the right call, as far as I could tell you. But if the fumble 6 doesn't happen for Cincy, and if the Jags don't come back from down 20
million,
27, I'm like a miserable wreck. I should just never bet the playoffs. This is going to be a painful
so well,
loss.
And then they handed the ball to Zeke. I'm not sure what that was like. Couldn't you just kneel and save everyone some time?
Zeke is the motherfucker.
He looks slow.
He's the worst.
A little stuck in mud for him.
He's the worst. I don't know why bother. Like, I mean, I guess there's a lot. We're learning like some valuable lessons about the degree to which front offices and ownership decision making influences teams this season. I think, be it the Colts or the Chargers or the Cowboys, like. The Zeke stuff is just to appease Jerry, I'm assuming.
We're calling. Oh no! Yeah, this is poor Dan. Tom Brady down to a Dan Quinn defense in the playoffs.
We're
just calling it. Maybe I should. And extreme heat in Melbourne.
Yeah, it's bad there. It's nasty.
It's warm.
Yeah. Anyone who's logging mega hours in this heat, I think that's worth tracking is the people who play a bunch of matches. Nice ball by Dak to Gallup.
That was good.
Well played. That was good.
Throw.
We're cheering
All
for
right.
points now.
Yeah,
so
Tampa. Let's go.
I hope this gets out of control ugly.
Yeah, and I'm staring down the barrel of a 6.5 point underdog losing in overtime after being up by like 15 points for a chunk of the game, Drew. So
good Lord,
Oof.
we should have absolutely
betting's tough,
took the day
guys.
off.
Yeah, no, you take the good, you take the bad, you take it all, you play your edge, and there you have the facts of life.
The facts.
We'll be back Wednesday at the normal time to gamble on the next
divisional
4 games. Maybe
we'll
not at all.
We'll flip some coins for divisional round.
Maybe we'll just give you some suggestions.
Yeah, we'll flip some coins. That'll be fun.
There's not a lot of strong plays for me brewing so far.
There's none for me brewing so far.
Those lines. The lines are good.
We're praying the Jags make it to the Super Bowl. And
why are we reviewing this?
That'd be cool.
What did I miss?
Oh, he's running around out of bounds. God damn it, Gallup! You cack.
He was out of bounds a bunch.
He took about 10 steps out of bounds.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why we didn't insta. Why wasn't this one of the insta short reviews, Andy? He stepped out of bounds 5 times. Good Lord.
Come up with a tweet for that.
All right, let's kill it.